Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Jeremy from Randolph Running Club, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about the Nike LeBron TR1 trainer shoe. A little bit different than what I usually talk about on the channel. As you guys know, this is Randolph Running Club, so typically I'd be talking about my training, I'd be talking about maybe a race that I've run, or if I am doing a product review, a shoe review, it would be about a running shoe. But a little bit different, right? We're talking about a weightlifting shoe, a training shoe, and just kind of my quick thoughts on this. Don't want to make this a super long video, but what is this shoe exactly? Just to kind of kick it off, from my understanding, it's just a weightlifting training shoe that you can wear to kind of work out and, feel like you got a little bit of that LeBron magic working for you when you're in the gym, right? So kind of how I ended up with the shoe is obviously I'm primarily a runner. That's typically what I'm doing. But as a guy who's on the bigger side, I'm 6'4", 220 pounds, give or take. I wanted to take it a little bit more seriously in the gym, not necessarily do what I had been doing historically, which is just running or working out in a pair of old running shoes. So, I bought these $135 straight from Nike's website. Been lifting weights in them for maybe 2 months now, give or take. And just want to give you guys my quick thoughts over the next, 2 minutes or so. So first and foremost, just want to say, I think the shoe looks really cool. I think it's nice. It kind of makes me feel like, almost like the Jordan 12 or something like that. If you're like a sneakerhead person, maybe you really like kind of this side stitching that they have here. And it looks cool. When I wear these in the gym, I feel like I'm really about to go and get something done, which is cool, right? I think if you look good, you'll feel good, work out good, play good, whatever you want to say, right? So kudos to Nike on that. I think the fit is pretty strong. I noticed on the website, they said that these shoes run a little bit small. I don't know, I can't speak completely to that because I don't think that's the case. In my opinion, I typically wear a size 13 in running shoes. I found that these shoes in a size 13 kind of fit a little snug, but not to the point where I'd say you should go down half a size. Definitely, if you can try them on in the store, I would recommend that. I just kind of went in raw and bought these off the website. So, hey, it is what it is. But with that being said, I definitely think they're snug. You get a great lockdown from the upper. I think the lacing system is kind of cool. It looks nice. And also, you're able to kind of get that nice locked in feel that you want when you're lifting weights, heavy weights, and really going after it in training. I think the grip of the shoes is pretty good. I didn't have any complaints or issues there. Probably the thing that surprised me the most though, when I first stepped into these, immediately going to the gym to work out, I thought this might be a little bit more of like a cross trainer shoe. And what I found was this, to me, I wouldn't say you could do any type of cross training. Like maybe for the right person, if you're just doing like I shouldn't say just, but if you're doing a CrossFit type workout and your idea of running is maybe doing like a quarter mile at a time or something like in between lifting, maybe you could get away with these. But I just found that the midsole was so stiff. I didn't get any type of give, and that's what you want with a weightlifting shoe. So I'm on board there. I think that makes sense. But if you're going to be doing any type of serious walking, running, any type of cardio that's outside of being on like a stationary bike, I would say that this is going to be a tough one for you. If you really want that nice lockdown feel, you want something that has a nice kind of 0mm drop. This shoe is pretty flat all the way through. So when I say drop, I'm talking about the heel to the forefoot, how much of a differential that is in height. Typically running shoes will have like a 6mm or 8mm drop. I don't see any information on the Nike website on this because I don't think it's important for this genre of shoe necessarily, but I think this is pretty close to 0mm, which again, you would want, right, to kind of keep the natural mechanics of your foot while you're working out, while you're weightlifting. So I think the shoe excels there, and I've really enjoyed it. It makes me feel like I'm working out like LeBron, if you will. But I'll say, if you're buying this and your goal is you just want a super comfortable shoe and you want to go walk around Disney World, or you're going to have a long shift at the hospital or something where you're on your feet the whole time, I would probably steer clear of these. I do know that right now, so I paid $135 for them, like I mentioned. I think they're on sale right now for $105, $108, something like that, I think is what I saw this morning on the Nike website. I think it's probably a better buy at that price. especially like I mentioned, if you really just want a shoe that is gonna go hard with you in the gym, and you can, squat, power lift, you're doing deadlifts and stuff, and you really want to focus on your form and not have the shoe be the thing that holds you back. And you don't want to wear a pair of old, Chuck Taylors or something in the gym. You want to look cool, right? So I think if that's your primary focus, I think this is a good shoe. If you want to be walking around and doing things, I implore you, if you go to a Nike factory store or an outlet or something, try on a pair of Nike Invincibles, a pair of Vomeros, even a shoe like the Pegasus or something. I think that's just gonna be a way more comfortable shoe. And it's kind of crazy to me how Nike can charge $135 for this, and they don't even tell you what kind of midsole foam is in it. Because coming at it as a runner, I always thought that the reason that these shoes are so expensive is because they put the super fancy foam, and this just kind of feels like regular old, compressed, molded EVA, and it doesn't have any of the magic like Nike's newer running shoes, right? So again, looking out for a working shoe, this is a good shoe. For a working out shoe, yeah, this is what you want. If you're looking for something that you're gonna potentially do some cardio in, you wanna be on your feet all day, look at some of Nike's more traditional running offers. I'm gonna keep on working out on these. I enjoy them, but I will not be hurting my knees or ankles or anything trying to do any extensive running in them. So if you've tried these on, try them out, let me know in the comments. Feel free to like or subscribe. It only helps the channel, helps me to continue to bring all kind of content to you guys that you might enjoy. And yeah, appreciate you for rocking with me this far into the video. Take care, and remember to run fast and run strong. See you next time.